Ag Bioscience, the #1 ag tech podcast globally, is now available on video. Hear from leaders and innovators across food, animal health, plant science, ag tech, and agriculture. Mondays at 6 a.m. on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. While you're there, subscribe and leave us a review. It's the Ag Bioscience Podcast with Agronovis Indiana. Get more information at agronovisindiana.com.
The internet changed how we work. AI is changing what work gets done. A bank cut loan processing from days to hours. A student built an AI scheduler, improving on-time delivery from under 70% to over 90%. Most teams know AI matters, but aren't sure where to start. InAI is Indiana's statewide AI adoption effort, built with industry, academia, and community partners, helping you move from understanding to action. Visit inaiready.com.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Monday, June 29th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Slate Auto has released the price tag and has opened up pre-orders for its EV truck to be manufactured at a plant in Warsaw. The price tag is just under $25,000, and it has generated more than 180,000 reservations, according to the company. The plant, in what was a long-time R.R. Donnelley catalog production facility, is expected to employ more than 2,000 workers. Connexus Indiana CEO Jay Wirtz says it all adds to the state's manufacturing profile.
This shows the flexibility and adaptability of Indiana's manufacturing center, where they're going to take that facility and it's going to make some of the most modern new economy products in the world.
Michelin North America has announced a reorganization of U.S. manufacturing operations for its B.F. Goodrich Tires brand, and Fort Wayne is reaping the benefits. The company says it will wind down operations at its Tuscaloosa, Alabama plant and consolidate nearly all production for B.F. Goodrich Tires at its Fort Wayne facility. A pair of third-party logistics companies plans to eliminate more than 1,100 jobs in Avon later this summer. Simos and Humano separately informed the state earlier this month about plans to cease operations at the Radial LLC Fulfillment Center. Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita announced Friday that his office has taken legal action in several counties across the state for alleged Medicaid fraud in nursing homes. Working with prosecutors, the Indiana Attorney General's office has secured charges in 8 cases as of June 23rd. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media Podcast Network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
A $1.9 billion joint venture project that Cummins and 3 other companies announced 3 years ago is now on hold.
In September 2023, Cummins announced that it was forming a joint venture with Oregon-based Daimler Truck North America, Washington-based PACCAR, and China-based Eve Energy to build a battery manufacturing facility. A few months later, the partners announced that they had selected Marshall County, Mississippi as the site for the $1.9 billion plant. The facility was to make battery cells for medium and heavy-duty commercial electric vehicles, with production to begin in 2027. But the parties have recently paused the project, called Amplify Cell Technologies, because of market shifts since the joint venture was first announced. According to a layoff notice filed with the Mississippi Department of Employment Security on March 31st, Amplify expected to lay off 73 employees at its Marshall County facility by May 30th. Cummins spokesperson Melinda Koski said in an email to IBJ that the partners of Amplify are committed to advancing its shared long-term vision and supporting and collaborating with one another. She said Amplify Cell Technologies regularly reviews its operations and capital plans in response to evolving market conditions, and in light of current conditions in the electric commercial vehicle market, Amplify is adjusting its production timeline while continuing limited construction activities and advancing manufacturing know-how. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Muncie-based First Merchants Corporation is planning a more than $2 billion community investment as part of a new agreement with the National Community Reinvestment Coalition. The 5-year agreement includes millions of dollars earmarked to expand access to home ownership, support small business growth, drive economic development and strengthen financial stability throughout the bank's regional footprint. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.